This is going to be an in-depth guide on defensive and aggressive Raze movement. We are going to learn how to airstrafe, single satchel, and double satchel properly. We will first start off with how to b-hop and airstrafe. Feel free to skip ahead in this video if you want the advanced mechanics with satchel movement. First, we are going to go over how airstrafing works and how to perform it. Airstrafing is aerial movements that allow you to change directions while mid-jump. To perform airstrafing, you will need to hold down your forward movement key, jump, and then hit the respective strafe key, in this case, A or D. At the same time, gently turning your mouse to match the direction of the strafe key. A, you go left, D, you go right. Careful not to turn your mouse too fast, this will cause you to spin out, or stop midair. To make this easier to practice, try bunny hopping, or b-hopping for short. To b-hop, hold down your forward movement key while rapidly hitting your jump key to continuously move forward while jumping without losing speed. An easier way to time the jump is to rebind your jump to scroll wheel down to make the timing easier to master. Now, while performing a b-hop, try to strafe left and try to strafe right. Airstrafing can be performed while going forwards or backwards. One use of airstrafing is to bait out op shots by the enemy sniper by quickly strafing an angle to get them to shoot. To do this, a more rapid movement is required. You will have to at least make a 180-degree turn. Now, we are moving on to single satchel gameplay. A single satchel's blast radius is to be thought of like a bubble. If you want to go higher, stand on top of it. If you want to go farther, stand away from it. If you are struggling with finding the sweet spot on a single satchel, keep in mind the blast radius is only 6 meters and a character's max jump is 6 meters, so jump when your feet hit the satchel and detonate right before you hit the ground. A single satchel can be used for multiple purposes, like boosting to an elevated angle, or quick peeking an enemy player. Quick peeking enemy players can be done with any weapon and has no limitations. Here are some different variations of how to single satchel peek. Keep in mind, right before you shoot, remember to counter strafe as you hit the ground so you can shoot faster. Alright, now we are going to learn how to double satchel. Double satcheling is where you use the first satchel's movement to boost the effects of the second satchel, allowing for extended flight time, movement, and speed. To double satchel, throw the first satchel on the ground, let it land, then run over it, jump, and while looking down, detonate the first satchel and immediately follow it up by throwing the second satchel out and detonating it too. Now that you know the basics of Raze's kit, we are going to move into the more advanced mechanics by tying them together. First, we will start off by airstrafing with a single Raze satchel. Think of it as just a bigger jump, same rules will apply. If you want to go left, strafe left. If you want to go right, strafe right. Adding a b-hop at the end will allow you to keep the speed for just a little bit longer. A defensive way to use a single satchel is to throw it in front of you and use the explosion to send you backwards and b-hop strafe into cover. Moving on to advanced double satcheling, this is where you will see the most flexibility when it comes to playing Raze. You can move extreme distances, cut corners at insane speeds, get yourself out of bad angles, and get the drop on enemy players. Now the last thing that Raze can do is called a triple boost. This is where you double satchel and use your ultimate ability to get an extra push. To perform a triple boost, throw the first satchel, detonate it, and as you go to throw your second satchel, activate your ultimate ability. This will cancel the pullout animation and will allow you to fire the rocket backwards when the second satchel ends to get an extra push. Now, it comes down to practice. I use this small route to smooth out my movements with Raze to prepare myself for a competitive match. You can use it too if you find it helpful. If there is any questions you would like to ask, feel free to stop by my Twitch and ask me in person. Until next time, have a nice day, and thanks for stopping by.